Yahweh spoke to Moses and said, "Exact full vengeance for the sons of Israel on the Midianites. Afterward you will be gathered to your people." Moses said to the people, "Some of you must take arms to wage Yahweh's campaign against Midian, to carry out the vengeance of Yahweh on Midian." They waged the campaign against Midian, as Yahweh had ordered Moses, and they put every male to death. And further, they killed the kings of Midian. They also put Balaam son of Beor to the sword. The sons of Israel took the Midianite women captive with their young children, and plundered all their cattle, all their flocks and all their goods. They set fire to the towns where they lived and all their encampments. Then, taking all their booty, all that they had captured, man and beast, they took the captives, spoil and booty to Moses. Moses, Eleazar the priest, and all the leaders of the community went out of the camp to meet them. Moses was enraged with the commanders of the army, the captains of thousands and the captains of hundreds, who had come back from this military expedition. He said, "Why have you spared the lives of all the women?" These were the very ones who, on Balaam's advice, perverted the sons of Israel and made them renounce Yahweh in the affair at Beor. Hence the plague which struck the community of Israel. So, kill all the male children. Kill also all the women who have slept with a man. Spare the lives only of the young girls who have not slept with a man, and take them for yourselves. Yahweh spoke to Moses and said, "With Eleazar the priest and the heads of families in the community, count the spoils and the captives, man and beast. Then share out the spoil, half and half, between those who fought the campaign and the rest of the community. As Yahweh's portion you will set aside, from the share of the combatants who took part in the campaign, 1 out of every 500 persons, oxen, donkeys, and sheep. These are to be taken from the half share, which is their due, and given to Eleazar the priest as an offering to Yahweh. The spoils, the remainder of the booty captured by the soldiers, came to 675,000 head of small stock, 72,000 head of cattle, 61,000 donkeys, and, in persons, women who had never slept with a man, 32,000 in all. Half was assigned to those who had taken part in the war, namely 337,500 head of small stock, of which Yahweh's portion was 675, 36,000 head of cattle, of which Yahweh's portion was 72. 30,500 donkeys, of which Yahweh's portion was 61, middle dot, and 16,000 persons, of which Yahweh's portion was 32. Moses gave Eleazar the priest the portion set aside for Yahweh, in accordance with Yahweh's instructions to Moses. What you just heard was taken from the book of Numbers, chapter 31. Go read the entire chapter for yourself. Apparently, Yahweh wasn't a fan of the Midianites, so he told Moses to command his army to slaughter all of them. Well, almost all of them. Interestingly, Yahweh never disciplined Moses or even mentioned the horrible actions against women and children. Instead, the story goes on to explain how Yahweh made a deal with Moses to receive an offering of the spoils of war through Eleazar the priest. In the end, 32,000 virgins were captured and divided with the rest of the livestock. 16,000 of the girls were given to the soldiers, while the Lord received 32 virgins for himself. I can't help being stunned by those who do not seem the slightest bit concerned about God ordering the Israelites to cleanse the land from Canaanite impurity. First off, the Israelites and Canaanites lived in the same lands. They worshipped different gods and had different cultural traditions. Let's go look at the book of Judges chapter 6, verse 1, where it says, "The Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord, and for 7 years he gave them into the hands of the Midianites." So, Yahweh gave Midian his inheritance. And from this Israel was greatly impoverished by Midian, and the Israelites cried out to the Yahweh. Now when the Israelites cried out to Yahweh because of Midian, he sent them a prophet, who told them, "This is what the Lord God of Israel says, I brought you up out of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. I delivered you out of the hands of Egypt and all your oppressors. I drove them out before you and gave you their land. And I said to you, I am the Lord your God. You must not fear the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But you did not obey me." So, with a little begging, sacrificing, wagering and testing of the Lord by the downtrodden, Yahweh decided to allow the Israelites to take revenge on the very people he had gifted them to in the first place. This is where we came in, with the story of the 32 virgins for Yahweh himself and the full vengeance for the sons of Israel on the Midianites. I'll end with no additional comment from myself. I think the